What's going on? This is Big G from G Riders. Welcome to another episode of Testing Rides. Today, I'm going to be testing out the 2018 Chevy Colorado. Welcome to the 2018 Chevy Colorado. The Colorado was originally produced in 2004, and it was a replacement for the Chevy S10, which is kind of a classic Chevy small pickup truck. In 2016, the second generation of the Chevy Colorado came out, and it was much better than any other small Chevy pickup truck that they've ever made. And here in 2018, this vehicle is basically the same as the original 2016 update, except it comes with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto as standard equipment. So, this is the 2018 Chevy Colorado LT, and if you didn't know, the Colorado has about 20 different configurations of this truck. That's quite a bit. They have, start out the extended cab work truck with the 4-cylinder up to the ZR2, which is basically the Raptor of the small truck game. So, this one is the LT short bed V6 4-wheel drive. So this one is about $33,000. So with that, you get 3.6 liter V6, make it 308 horsepower, 270 foot-pounds of torque. It weighs about 4,400 pounds, and because it's not too bad on weight and has an 8-speed automatic transmission, it gets a reasonable 18 in the city and 25 out on the highway. But you can't talk about a truck without talking about payload and towing capacity. So this truck can do a maximum payload of about 1,500 pounds, and it can tow up to 7,000 pounds, which is pretty good for a truck this size, and considering this is not the 4-cylinder diesel, so it doesn't have all that crazy amount of torque. Let's talk about a little bit what I think about this styling. So the styling of this truck, I'm not a big fan of the front, because honestly, if you take a look at it, it looks like a Chevy Malibu front, which I feel like a truck should be a lot more rugged. But I like the back of the truck a little bit more because it looks like a Silverado, it looks like the full-size truck. It also has those cool bed steps that you can see back there in the side. But for the most part, I do think the Chevy Colorado is a good looking truck, but I just really think they should make it look more like the Silverado and like the other SUVs and trucks that they're doing nowadays. Welcome to the interior of the 2018 Chevy Colorado. Since this truck isn't all new or anything, I'm not going to go into too much detail about the interior, but I'm just going to hit you with a few things that I like and a few things that I don't. The first thing I noticed when I hopped into this interior is that it's very comfortable and laid out very well. I love how the infotainment area is very clean with useful knobs and buttons. Everything that you need and nothing you don't. The instrument cluster is very clean and easy to read too, without too much happening in the cluster there. I also really like the small menu in the middle that gives you your engine speed, vehicle information, and settings. And changing settings in the menu is very easy. The steering wheel feels really good in your hands. It's not too big, and it's most definitely great quality. Honestly, there's not really anything I don't like about the front of the Colorado. Let's take a look at the back seats. So I know this is considered the crew cab, but there's not a whole lot of space back there. I know this is the mid-size truck and not the full-size truck, but I would like to see slightly more space back there, but really it's not too bad at all. Really, the only thing I don't like about this truck is the simple fact that there's no option for sunroof or smart key with push button starter. Overall, the Chevy Colorado has a spacious interior with comfortable quality seats and great functionality. Now let's go out on the road. When driving the Colorado, the first thing I notice is how quiet and comfortable this truck is to drive. In previous time, most trucks were very loud and they drove very sloppy. But what I could say about this truck is does not have that characteristic of those older trucks. This truck handles great on the roads. The steering is easy and responsive, but not too light. This truck has some power. With 308 horsepower, you will not have any worry about having passing power. Paired up to that 8-speed transmission, the power delivery is buttery smooth. The one thing that I noticed about this truck that I didn't know before is that it has cylinder deactivation, which means it goes down to 4 cylinders when you're at constant speed for certain periods of time and not accelerating. And honestly, the system works very well. It does its business unnoticed. The only way you know that's working is there's an indicator in the instrument cluster that tells you it's on 4 cylinders or 6 cylinders. Honestly, if you didn't look out the mirrors and see the bed in the back, you wouldn't even know this is really a truck. This thing drives and rides just like a car. Quiet and comfortable, you always feel like you're in control. In the corners, this truck doesn't lean too much, but of course, this is not a sports car, so you probably shouldn't be pushing it, but it definitely does well. This truck is definitely a quality product from GM. This is a great all-around truck, but there are a few things I feel like that can be improved to make this truck even stronger than it already is. First of all, let's start with the interior. Even though I do like the design, Chevy can do better with the facelift on this truck. It should look a little bit more like a Silverado and less like a 2010 Chevy Malibu. With the facelift, I think they should add some LED daytime running lights and LED tail lights just to make this thing look a lot meaner and a lot more modern. Like I stated before, this truck is missing some features like sunroof and push-button starter with the smart key system. I mean, those features are optional in most cars. Hell, they're even optional in most GM products. Even like on the subcompact Chevy Sonic. I'm not saying they should be standard, but at least optional. And also, they should give a few more safety features on the vehicle. I mean, you can get forward collision warning and lane departure warning and everything like that, but it wouldn't kill them to throw in blind spot monitoring also. Again, that's a feature that most cars have nowadays. If you think I'm being nitpicky about, you know, the styling and some of the features that the vehicle has, I am a little bit, but I'm really mentioning this because all that stuff is optional or standard on the Toyota Tacoma, the standard of the small pickup class. And I feel like if those options were offered on the Chevy Colorado, this vehicle would be even more competitive than it already is. If you like this video, hit me with a thumbs up, follow me on Instagram, hit that subscribe button, keep riding with me. Thanks for watching.